Alright, before we get into this video, let me just say, I've wanted to launch my bike from 0 to 100, 0 to 60, whatever off the line, and be able to do it well. And I think there's a lot of practice that goes into that, especially when you're on a relatively new motorcycle. So what you're about to see is me trying to learn how to do that on my bike, as well as a demonstration for a lot of people that don't ride a 1000cc super naked or something like that want to see what it's like. With traction control, it's going to be hard as hell. In fact, I don't think traction control is going to help us out. And then when we turn it off, it's going to be even harder, I think, because the skill is going to come from the wrist. But if you ever wondered what it was like to launch a 1000cc super naked from a stop to 100 in the real world when you're not a pro racer and, you know, you don't have all the testing instruments, hopefully this video will be a good demonstration of that. So, I think just to kick it off, we'll do something pretty cliche and do a wheelie. So, traction control mode 3, which is fully intrusive, B mode, most aggressive mode. Let's just see how fast we can get this thing going from 0 to 100. Oh my god! Fucking traction control is doing this, not me! Wow, that was one of the weirdest things in my life. That was all traction control. I think we're gonna have to go no TC. Let's go ahead and turn it off and give that another shot. Let's just throw a wheelie from 25, 30 miles an hour to 100. There it is. Ooh, stop sign. All the way over the front, traction control is off. I don't know if that's going to be faster. So much wheelie. Why so much wheelie for? So without the traction control, this bike will backflip in those wheelies if I don't rein it in with my wrist. So that's why it's kind of like actually takes some skill to do this very quickly. Is because you have to basically prevent yourself from doing a backflip and at the same time try and keep as much power going forward as possible. Let's try it again. Fucking bug is huge. Nobody behind me? Alright, traction control off. 0 to 100 Fz10. Been a good run, but I missed the fucking shift from second to third. Ah, damn it. It's like 90 degrees out for power reference. Yamaha Fz10, traction control in the lowest setting, 0 to 100 miles an hour. Try and keep the front down. I don't know this bike as well as I'd have to do this perfectly, because I miss the shifts. I'm missing shifts. All right, no cops in the rear view, not yet at least. All right, I'm not gonna think about it. I have to short shift it to keep the front wheel down if I want to give it more throttle. I don't know what's better. Yeah, we'll give it a few more runs. Give it a little bit more. Stop sign. First corner I've seen in this town, so I'm gonna go straight. See what we got here. I'm in standard mode, by the way. It's just easier to manage the throttle. It's still the same amount of power. going to be faster or slower. Short shifting both first and second. A little bit less RPM on the start, I think. Fucking A. I didn't even make it to 100 on that one. The road is too bouncy back there, meaning too many hills. There's so much power that just the slightest chance to lift, and it'll lift. And I mean, obviously it'll lift without even the invitation if I give it more throttle, but what I'm saying is I was keeping the throttle on the cusp of lift or don't. I don't think that's faster. I don't think so. Fucking blew the start. I was leaning off to the side. These are not faster. Anyways, let's go over what we learned. I just learned that launching an Fz10 with traction control is going to make you look like a retard. And launching it without traction control is going to take a lot of wrist action to nail it. I had a few good runs in there. I had a lot of bad runs in there. I wanted to do this as a demonstration just for the power of this bike so you guys can see it wheeling in third gear even under power, and also a demonstration of what it's like in the real world where, you know, you talk to a guy who's like, yo, I got a Hayabusa. It's like, oh, fucking sick, dude. Can you twist your wrists? Like, some of these bikes have rider aids and launch control and all these things that are designed to help them get off the line. But if you're old-fashioned power and throttle, and that's about it, it's going to take a little bit of practice and skill to make sure that you're ready for that launch when that time comes. And I hope it was good for you guys too to see what it's like to try and launch one of these guys without traction control, kind of saving your ass. You gotta work, man. It's a lot of on off, and trying to find that balance where you're getting enough power, but you're not like actually gonna flip the bike over. Anyways, I had a ton of fun making that. It was a little bit hot, a little bit tough at some points. I got a little frustrated when I couldn't nail those starts at the end. But I learned a lot about the bike, and now I know if I'm ever trying to go for a rip, I'm not going to be using traction control. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions about it, you want to see something slightly different or totally different, hit me up in the comments below. Definitely check out all the links in the comments or in the description below. There are a lot of links to my Amazon stuff. You know, if you want to see like the upgrades I've done to this bike and do it for yourself, like these bar ends and mirrors or these levers, whatever, my gear, my helmet, check that out. And like always, it's been an awesome ride. Appreciate you guys checking in. And until the next one, peace.